Hi and welcome back. The aim of this lecture is to present the challenges for the future in the field of fashion tech. The fashion industry is highly complex, pluralistic and diversified context in which material and intangible products, cultural capital and human resources merge together. As the outcome of a complex integration process among different methodologies and areas, fashion contributes to a new reading of the cultural changes which shape our present. Moreover, by drawing on various codes, it is capable of generating a narrative which best houses meaning on the relationship between references, materials, technologies, products, and processes. Fashion's boundaries, which are open to the boldest forms of research and experimentation, are the result of the interplay and mutual integration of a highly diversified, specialized fields, which range from medicine to aeronautics, from engineering to city planning, and from biology to cosmetics. These mergers themselves supply the lifeblood of creativity and innovation. Today, the main challenging scenarios for fashion are the boundaries of sustainability, the performance frontier, and a new definition of beauty. Sustainability reaches across design, production, and retail, covering the entire supply chain, and it is intended as efficiency, recyclability, transparency, mission orientation, and ethical upgrades. Usually, the presence of technology is behind the scenes and is managed by material, textile engineers, biologists, computer scientists, and at last fashion and product designers. But what does sustainability mean? It means decrease waste by producing only what is in demand, develop alternative materials and fibers, pay attention to different theoretical lifespans of textiles and electronics utilized in wearables, invest in quality, and be transparent thanks to the power of digitalization. Fashion's quest for innovation includes radical projects focused on a modernity which is constantly evolving. These daring experiments envisage the human body as immersed in environments and spaces which are complex, and occasionally even extreme, an ever-changing reality which may be continuously remodeled and reshaped. Fashion interacts with the body as a second skin layer, as it were, and by adding new functions determines unusual behaviors and meanings. Since safety counts as one of mankind's primary needs, one of the major challenges facing textile scientists has thus been the creation of protective materials which can be as resistant as coats of armor while remaining flexible and comfortable when worn. Although research has mostly concentrated on specific sectors such as military or sports one, the mutual influences pervading all sectors has eased the introduction of this new high-performance material also into the consumer markets. The new materials with their performance characteristics are able to withstand shocks, UV radiation, extreme temperatures, and pollution. Another challenge related to the category of the performance frontier is related to fashion as body enhancement. Heightened senses, speed, and the ability to fly effortlessly are all endowments which can now be replicated thanks to the research and experimentation on various materials and technologies related to clothing and accessories. Fashion has thus become capable of enhancing body performance by bestowing almost supernatural characteristics on it. Artificial limbs, enablers that expand physical capacity, and advanced materials are some of the means which ease the attainment of increasingly ambitious goals such as the ability to fly. Hyper-performing garments have been especially welcome in those sectors of human activity which require specialized technical clothing. One of these is the field sports, which demands continuous experimentations on materials, fabrics, in order to enhance future performance of the bodies wearing them. But fashion is not only what we have said so far. In fact, there are instances in the modern world in which fashion provides veritable support to daily life, particularly thanks to garments' ability to produce and store various types of energy. This kind of clothing may additionally produce energy also for the human body, for instance through a slow release of nutrients and medicines beneficial for the wearer. All these high-performance textiles and materials are the outcome of joint research carried out by professionals from areas as diverse as fashion, engineering, medicine, and the cosmetics industry. However, fashion may be instrumental in supporting the human body also beyond mere skin nourishment. Emily Crane's Cultivated Couture project pushes the boundaries between design, fashion, science, and molecular gastronomy by making use of innovative processes and materials. In fact, micronutrient couture is a new sensorial dimension which meets the need for a sustainable and self-aware fashion. The notion of survival becomes crucial in the design phase. Clothing, therefore, because of its privileged relationship with the human body, becomes the terrain for experiments that have their own intimate relationship as their object. Fashion becomes a tool for physical exchange between new nourishing materials with the skin. In this way, fashion is no longer only linked to beauty, but also to nourishment. Among the challenges posed by modern times, which fashion is called upon to tackle, there are those concerning their relationship with the body and the definition of a new concept of beauty. The multidisciplinary fields of research which inform the complexity of contemporary fashion include a potential one entailing the cross-fertilization of medicine, orthopedics, and fashion. New projects which explore the relationship between disability and aesthetics have arisen. The resulting objects are suspended, as it were, between their ornamental and medical functions. They determine an original link between illness and physical impairment on the one hand, and a new intimate notion of beauty on the other. The ultimate objective is, of course, a complete overhaul of the dynamics affecting attraction and repulsion, through which unpleasant-looking objects may be transformed into desirable ones. In conclusion, these three themes represent not only challenges, but also research and design opportunities to generate innovation in the fashion field.